Stephen Krashen. Stephen Krashen is a linguist, educational researcher, political activist, and an expert in the field of linguistics, specializing in theories of language acquisition and development. Much of his recent research has involved the study of non-English and bilingual language acquisition. Krashen's widely known and well-accepted theory of second language acquisition has had a large impact in all areas of second language research and teaching since the 1980s. Stephen Krashen's monitor model is one of the influential and discussed theories of language learning acquisition. Others have two distinct ways to develop competencies in a second language: acquisition, which is a subconscious process; learning, which is conscious. Acquisition is similar to the process by which children acquire their native language. Learning involves a conscious knowledge of rules. The input hypothesis, also known as the monitor model, is a group of 5 hypotheses of second language acquisition developed by the linguist Stephen Krashen in the 1970s and 1980s. The input hypothesis was first published in 1978. This theory describes 5 central hypotheses: acquisition learning, natural order, monitoring, input, effective filter. Acquisition and learning. Acquisition is a subconscious process of developing ability in a language by using it. Learning is a conscious process of accumulating knowledge of vocabulary and grammar of a language. Order. Learners acquire a language in a predictable order. This order does not depend on the simplicity or the complexity of the grammatical features involved. They acquire single words and string them together. Monitoring. Students use the rules of a language they learn to correct their expressions. Input. Language acquisition is the effect of sufficient comprehensible input. It implies that the language exposure given to the learners should not be too above or the same level of the pupil's current learning level. Effective filter. Comprehensible input will not result in language acquisition if that input is blocked before it can reach the brain's language processing faculties. A block may emerge between the input and the part of the brain that deals with the language. He names this block as effective filter. An effective filter can be defined as a mental block caused by negative emotional factors or experiences. Experiment shows that the blockage can be reduced by weakening the negative feelings. This can be achieved by creating interest, providing low anxiety environments, and boosting up the learner's self-esteem. Implications. The main function of classroom may be to provide comprehensible input in an environment conducive to a low effective filter, that is, high motivation, low anxiety. The classroom is useful for beginners and foreign language students who do not have input sources outside of class, or those whose competence is so slow that they are unable to understand the language from the outside world. Error correction should be minimal in the classroom. It is of some limited use when the goal is learning, but of no use when the goal is acquisition. Error correction raises the effective filter and should therefore not be used in free conversation or when acquisition is likely to take place. Students should never be required to produce a speech in the second language unless they are ready to do so. Speaking fluency cannot be taught but emerges naturally in time with enough comprehensible input.